school year starts in just a couple of days. Can you believe that? Every back-to-school checklist should include backpacks, supplies, clothes, and immunizations. Jeanette Capassi is a Minute Clinic nurse practitioner here to reveal the 5 steps every parent must take to ensure a healthy and productive school year. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, great. So this is very interesting. We were talking during the break at some of the steps here that every parent should take before the first day of school. Let's start with this first one, determining if your child needs a physical.
It's very important to determine if your child needs a physical, especially the new college freshman. It's now a requirement for many of the colleges for your child to get a school physical. Also, in addition, a lot of the school sports. A lot of the sports are starting back up, conditioning, they're getting back into practicing even though the games haven't started yet. So a lot of sports physicals are now being required. So make sure you check with your child's school or sports athletically to make sure whether or not they may need a physical for school or for sports.
And I remember taking physicals for sports when I played in high school, so I remember that. All right, so the next one is also one that a lot of parents are trying to do now before the first day of school, but checking the vaccination requirements. This is very important.
It's very important. In fact, in South Carolina and Georgia, the requirement for children entering 7th grade is the Tdap requirement. So it's very important to make sure your child is vaccinated against your tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis before they attend school, and especially students going into the 7th grade. In addition to that, a lot of your college freshmen need their updated vaccinations. And so a couple of the vaccines that are required are, once again, your Tdap and your protection against meningitis.
And that meningitis one is very important, especially with college students because they're living in such close quarters.
Absolutely. They're trying now to get the kids vaccinated before college, but for those that had missed out, it's a requirement now.
All right, number 3, consulting with your child's school or the school nurse about prescription medicines and over-the-counter medicines that they can bring in a backpack.
Absolutely. It's very important to remember that a lot of schools have regulations on what your child can bring or not bring to school, even just to carry in their backpack. Simple things such as cough drops, something for headaches or cough medications. They may not be able to carry in their own backpacks, so you should check with your school nurse to see if it's something they can bring, leave in the nurse's office, or even if your child has a prescription, make sure you check with your school nurse to make sure that they can have that at school and have the appropriate documentation that's needed for that.
Absolutely. Also, this one I found funny, but it makes so much sense. Discussing good hygiene with your child.
Oh, absolutely. Hand sanitizers are all over the school now, and it's on the back to school list. Everyone has to bring a hand sanitizer. So encourage your children to wash their hands frequently and use the hand sanitizer. It's one of the best ways we have to prevent the spread of germs, and especially the spread of viruses and flu.
And final one, we were running out of time, but also reminding your kids the importance of sunscreen. We're going back to school, we have recess, and the sun is still going to be blazing.
Absolutely, and they're going to be playing sports, they're going to be going outside and attending those activities, so make sure you get them an SPF of at least 30% and make sure that they have a water bottle to stay hydrated and they carry their own water bottle, not share with others to prevent the spread of germs.
Jeanette, great advice. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
All right.